I just think that discipline has got to be built into your program. Nowadays, I'm sure in high school, how many are high school coaches? Okay, you can't tell Johnny how to wear his uniform. You can't tell Johnny he's got to shave or he's got to get a haircut or whatever. You're afraid of getting fired or you're afraid of the school board, saying, something about you, whatever it might be. But in the end, if a parent is worth his salt or her salt, they want their kid to be with someone that expects something out of them that maybe they don't do well enough themselves. A lot of times, kids will listen to somebody else better than they'll listen to parents. I coach my own son, and I had his attention, when I was in college. He listened to me. When I was at home, I had repeat things 2 or 3 times, and he didn't quite understand it as well as when I was coaching him. And I think that's something that's really important, is you got to make sure that these kids understand that discipline is just part of what they're going to be facing once they get out of college, once they get out of high school. You're going to go to college and they're going to expect some discipline. If they don't expect it, they're going to lose. And then if you do expect it, then they're preparing themselves for what's going to happen to them after they're done playing baseball. All this stuff about, all the raggedy beards and hair and all this stuff, and kids wearing uniforms, some up, some down, and not being able to set that culture right, I think is a big mistake on your part. If you do things the right way and they know that you care about them more than just as a baseball player, and you're in the trenches with them, and you're ready to not ask something more out of them than you are yourself, then they will jump on your back and you'll create a program that's going to win. I really have a problem watching college baseball sometimes. I have a problem watching, professional baseball sometimes. But that's a different level. That's a different animal. But in college baseball, I don't know. I just think our program at Clemson, when I was there, I felt like the kids looked sharp. They were crisp. The uniforms looked sharp. Everybody was the same. The long pants, the white shoes, everybody had haircuts that looked good. Everybody got up in the morning, like I told you, and looked in the mirror and say, I'm a Clemson baseball player. And as I see things evolve, I think everybody's a little bit afraid of telling kids what to do, and I think it's a mistake. I think the problem is not so much where the kids have changed, but I think the coaches have changed. We've become a little bit more afraid of telling kids what to do and what's expected, and sitting down with a group of parents going, this is what I'm going to ask out of your son. He wants to be a part of our program. This is the way it's going to be. This is how the culture of our team, this is the culture of our program, this is what we're going to do. I never had anybody buck the system when I was at Clemson. Coach, I need to have, this, or I need to look like this, or I need to have 15 chains coming out of my jacket. My uniform. I need to have my batting gloves flapping around. Like, I want everybody to watch what I'm all about. I never had anybody, because they knew what was expected, and that's why they came to school, and that's what the program that they wanted to be a part of. So I really think we as coaches and parents, whatever, are making mistakes by not expecting more out of your kids, because what you ask is probably what you're going to get. If you don't ask about it and you let it slide, an inch becomes 2 inches, becomes 4 inches, becomes a foot, becomes a yard. Next thing you know, it's out of control. So I don't think there's any problem with asking for discipline. So that's my take on it. Good question.